The Project Wingman Mark 1 is a plane designed by Akira based on an experiment on what would happen if one were to create an unholy lover child between Macross and Toho. With the power of Cordium engines and anime super maneuverability, the craft handles like no other that it often oversteers by even slight movements. The Project Wingman is fast, perfect for running away from any missile fired at you and quickly catching up with Crimson Squadron as they run away in Mission 11. Its stats are all maxed out that the developers of the game had to balance it out by only giving it 2 fixed special weapon slots and replaced the machine gun with a heavy gun pod with limited ammo. But do not let these limited special weapons fool you. Each one is just as overpowered as the plane itself. You have access to the Universal Burst Missile Launcher, which can be used against large amounts of targets or which to unleash a barrage of missiles at a single target and become your very own Toho boss. For the railgun, use it to spit in the face of any mortal that dares oppose you. It is especially effective in one-shotting any ship, air, sea or land-based. Just make sure you hit the ship and not its auxiliaries. Along with the standard missiles, you also have access to the heavy gun pod, which can destroy any target in a few quick but precise shots. You are now an SK-25 on crack, and remember to tap the gun button for faster fire rate. Unlike Crimson 1, however, your Project Wingman does not come with Crimson Bull Torture, whether it's the orange force fields or the railgun balls. It would be pretty cool to have, but the devs had to balance your plane out somehow. Now that we covered the weapons, it's onto customization. Unfortunately, customization of weapons is not an option, but you still can pick your favorite skin. There is also the module choice selection, which is the main focus of this video. You have the flares, which I highly recommend you use in Conquest only, as your high speed and maneuverability is enough to compensate for evading missiles in campaign mode. Remember, you are not a gaming journalist and flares are not for you. Instead, you should equip the plane with the Yuro beak module. That way, you can make insane drift turns and do crazy stunts that would normally make any pilot black out. You use this module to make sudden changes in your flight path and engage in tighter turn fights against your enemies at the cost of losing speed. Bonus points if you are able to quickly dodge missiles with it. Because this plane makes Mercenary difficulty too easy, it is recommended you turn on a few modifiers to experience any kind of actual challenge in the already difficult missions. To be effective in such situations where the loss of frames can affect how you can lock onto targets, be sure to hold down the throttle and never let go. Attack from long distances with the railgun or use it to take out high-value targets. If you are surrounded by too many enemies, fly out of the furball as fast as possible and widen the gap before making a sharp 180 turn with the Yuro beak module and boom and zoom the cluster of enemies with your burst missile launcher. Repeat this until you can deal with a comfortable amount of enemies to fire standard missiles and go for gun kills. Now that you understand how to use the Project Wingman, go out there and unleash a missile massacre and cause havoc and mayhem upon your enemies. Remember to support Icarus Warriors. Leave a trail of orange destruction in your path and be sure that every person you kill is a predictable one. That is enough for this video, Federation Peacekeeper, and take care in your future success as a master of this super plane.